Welcome to the About Wellbeing podcast, special podcast with my old man, Kevin Boutwell. So today we're actually, this is a really quick little intro. It's just to let you guys know that I have a fasting program out at the moment, up to you if you want to get it or not. Listen to this program and then see what you're doing. Now, one thing that I just want to say is that I've had a few people message me because they've listened to the previous podcast, the part 1 with Kev, and they've messaged me, asking about these things about trying a fast and all these rest of it. And I encourage you guys to either do your research or get the program before you actually start the fasting journey, just in case, it doesn't start off as good as what you'd like it to. So one of the things that obviously I lived with Dad at the time when he started fasting. So he got all the information and all the stuff and knew everything and knew how to do it. And every time he had a question, he'd ring me up and sort it out. So if you do the actual program, you'll figure all that out. If not, and you want to learn something, I have a fasting article on my website for free, which goes through and basically explains all of the stuff. I'll link that down below, below this podcast. You can actually go down and click the links. You have one for the fasting program if you want to have a look to see what's actually in it and just, have a bit of a suss before making the decision. And then the second link is the fasting article. You'll be able to click on that and actually read all the things about how to fast and do all the stuff. And that is called Fasting Equals You Times 2, because you become absolutely superhuman. I'm here with Dad. We're going through all of these things. Listen in, because this is basically an epic podcast going into how he has completed a 72-hour fast every week for 8 weeks in a row, which is fucking mental. So hope you enjoy this podcast, guys. And yeah, big love. Listen in and listen well. Bye. Oh, guys, welcome back to the About Wellbeing podcast episode. No idea it is. Special podcast, part 2, the fasting with the old man, Kev. If you guys have listened to if you haven't listened to the first podcast, please go back and listen to that, because we talk about how Dad was doing a 3-day fast every day. He did one 72-hour fast every week for 8 weeks in a row. Crazy! So, Dad, hi, what's up?
Hello, my boy. How are you?
Yeah, good. So you did 8 weeks of fasting. How'd you feel?
8 weeks, yes. Towards the end, I was getting a little bit short. Joking, back you up on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like 8 weeks flat. It's like, I just want to hurry up and finish.
Yeah,
but the more and more it went on, the better and better and better you felt. It was just, amazing stuff. It's like, yeah.
So one of the things me and Dad did was I made sure that he got all of his bloods tested. And we basically had his bloods tested was at the start of 2020 or end of 2019, and they weren't that good.
No, I had bloods done 2 years ago.
Okay.
We had blood tests done.
And not good.
And they was high sugar.
Yeah.
High cholesterol. Not real good.
Yeah.
And that's when you went, Dad.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm going, no.
Yeah. All right. So you got your blood test 2 years ago, and then we started doing the fasting. And then at the end of the fasting, I think it was at the end of the 8 weeks, you got tested.
No, it was,
7th week.
I had 7th week.
7th week, you got
7
your
weeks,
blood test.
because we had one more to go, so that's when we had the blood test, and it was one more week.
And then what did they say? Fucking you beauty, mate!
I am a brand new man! On top of the world, feeling fantastic, ultra healthy, sent them all to you.
Yeah.
And what did you find?
Yeah, so basically Dad's blood tests were like perfect. They were completely optimal for someone. How old are you now?
54 in a week and a half.
Yeah, and this is 2021, first week of January.
Yes.
And his blood health is just the blood tests were just nuts. And seeing that was just absolutely insane. We couldn't believe it. And so now all that we're doing with the blood test is just all right, how can we get them more optimal? And Dad went to go see a naturopath, and they said, all right, we can make these even better. Here's a couple of little things that you can do to do that.
Yeah.
And now you're basically doing it. But you've been eating super damn healthy.
Well, it's funny because you go through all this fasting.
Yeah.
And your stomach, your whole body just feels so good. Mm. And you listen to your stomach, there's shit food there to eat, and it's it turns you off. Mm. It's like, no. Let me put this in. I just want to just keep on feeling the way I am.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
So what do you think were probably the biggest takeaways that you got out of doing all the fasting?
the takeaways, as
Yeah.
in what I'm feeling and
Well, what are things that you're never going to forget that you took out of fasting that you're going to take with you now? Because obviously it's not like you're going to be doing 8 weeks of 72-hour fast every single week. Regularly.
No.
So now that you've done this, what do you take from it?
Well, it's a regular fast every week.
Yeah.
Like every week now, we lock in no tucker Tuesday. So Tuesday is my fasting day.
Yeah.
Which is the 24-hour.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll probably go to every second or third week, I'll just do a 48-hour.
Yeah.
And just keep it line of that. But, yeah, that's about it, my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
so
just...
what do you think, what were the biggest struggles that you had to overcome during the fasting, mentally and physically?
Mentally,
Yeah.
it is a battle. It is a battle, but you just keep on reminding yourself at the end of this, there's going to be some goods.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started, I didn't know what the goods would be. Only you kept on telling me what they were going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And, the more you did it, the more it's just your energy levels and everything built up, and the better you felt. So you're just going, nah, I'm going to do this to the end.
Mm-hmm.
And we did it.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Cool. All right. So I'll ask you a question. So I'm going to ask you a question. Why did I get you to do that many fasts over such a long period?
Because you were telling me, Dad, you've got to do X amount because that is going to just basically clean every little bit of crap out of your body and reset you.
Mm-hmm.
Reset all my insides. And I'm thinking, yeah, right. Yeah, sure, Corey.
Yeah.
And, the blood tests told us that, didn't it?
Mm.
You know, like, I got the blood tests back. I read them. And it's like, don't really understand them.
Yeah.
And that's when I'm fired it all at you.
Yeah, but you saw the naturopath as well. And what
Saw
did
the
she say?
naturopath afterwards, went back to her and had their little 10-minute chat on all my results. And she said, you're perfect.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tune a little bit here. I'm going to tune a little bit here. But she said, keep up them fasts. They are the best. Keep at it.
Yeah, so tell
She
us.
she was wrapped.
Yeah. Right.
And once it was all explained to me, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, my boy. Thank you so much. And that's one thing I cannot thank you so much.
Oh, that's all right. All good. You did the stuff and sorted yourself
Yeah,
out.
but it was you that pushed the hell out of me to do it because I was a stubborn old prick that didn't want to listen.
How's your quality of life now?
Oh,
It's all been done.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal. Everything.
How so?
Like now,
How's it
now
different?
I'm buzzing.
Yeah.
Your head works.
Yeah.
That is the biggest thing you get out of it. Your head works. Everything's clear.
Yeah.
It is so clear, and the whole body, your stomach. You listen to your stomach. Your stomach actually talks to you.
How's all your how's your body in general feel? Like your body
Fantastic.
is a machine. Like elbows, shoulders,
Elbows,
shit like that.
fantastic. Look, I suffer with a lot of arthritis. See the hands there? They're not the greatest because they're always being used.
Yeah.
Used to suffer a lot with swelling fingers at the end of the day of work.
Whoa, you didn't tell me this.
And they're gone skinny.
Yeah.
I haven't really had any more real swelling in my hands at the end of a hard working day.
Goodbye inflammation.
Goodbye inflammation. Elbows, knees, hips, back, everything.
Yeah.
Just apart from a bad shoulder, but that was due to a mountain bike accident.
Yeah.
Thanks, Adam.
Yeah, you got put through the ringer there.
All
Tell
in
us
good fun.
your Reiki story.
Oh, my Reiki story. Yeah, wow, yeah, forgot all about that.
Yeah.
I have a massage lady. She's holistic Reiki massage. She's been doing me for, probably the best part of 20 years.
Yeah.
And I used to see her, I would say, every month.
Yeah.
And every time that she would come and do me, she would spend an hour to an hour and a half. And it's working on every joint. Just trying to get me moving again and get me out of this pain zone.
Yeah. Yeah, she'd give you a massage and do the energy shit.
Yeah, do the energy shit, get everything flowing, and you feel brilliant. And then 2 weeks later, you feel pretty crap again. So you'd have to call her up again.
Yeah.
It is quite expensive, so I tended to button off a little bit on it.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen her for over 12 months.
Yeah.
I called her in just before Christmas, I think it was,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah, just before Christmas, because I was on the...
It was on your 8th week.
I was on my 8th week of the 72 hours.
Yeah.
called her in, and she couldn't believe how much weight I'd lost. She's like, you look all right, Kev. And because me and Jo loves it. She gets done as well.
Yeah. Jo's dad's partner.
Yeah, she couldn't. Yes, my chickie babe.
Yeah.
She couldn't believe the amount of weight that I lost and how good I looked.
Yeah.
And then got on the massage bench, and she started doing her thing, and she whopped through me in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
She's like, there's nothing wrong with you. Your body is perfect. I'm like, really? She's like, this fasting stuff, Kev. She's like, wow, this is great. You just keep it up. Don't stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, like she went through every part of my body, which is what she normally does.
Yeah.
40 minutes, you're all done, off you get. And it's actually funny because she cleared all your chakras and everything like that. I got off, and I think a minute later, I was just ready to take off to Pluto. And back, I would have been back in, I reckon, about an hour. That's how much energy I had. I just couldn't believe it. My whole body was just charged to the max, and my brain was just like, wow, this is unbelievable. Yeah, it was so good. So good, yeah. And she I just said, she was just like chuffed at it. She's like, wow.
Yeah.
Good on your son for putting you through this. Which is pretty much
good on you for actually doing it.
Yes, but you for pushing me into it, because without the push, stubborn old Kev would have said, no, I don't want to do it.
So what were the biggest struggles you had to overcome? Because we did.
Mental.
I want to just dive into that a little bit more.
The mental
for
problem.
Doing each fast each week. And what were some of the things that come up as far as especially with self-beliefs? Because obviously you did the first couple of 72-hour fasts. How many have you done overall, 72-hour fasts, in the past couple of months? 11? Or was it?
We did 11 all up.
Okay, 11 all up.
Yeah.
And
we did 8 in a row.
Yeah.
I did one, had a month's break, did another one, had a month's break, then I did that one, and then that's when when I noticed.
Yeah.
On the third one, I noticed, ooh, hey, ho. I'm losing myself. Where am I going? There's actually one stage there. I remember walking into the kitchen, and I think you were in there, weren't you?
Yeah.
And I pulled my jeans out. And my jeans had were that big. I invited someone in because there was room for someone else to jump in there with me. It was just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's funny because some of my mates, we all practice fasting. We all do water fasting and the rest of it. And some of my friends do 4 or 5 day fasts. And, we do all of the things and really try to push the boundaries. And it was funny because I was telling him, I was like, yeah, Dad's just done 8 72-hour fasts every week for 8 weeks in a row. And they were all just like, what the fuck? What a weapon. That is fucking crazy. So yeah, I'm really proud. Smash that thing. I think that is actually nuts.
It was.
I wouldn't recommend it to people to do that many fasts unless they had gotten to a point where you did, where you were definitely overweight, chubby, aches and pains, face was swollen, covered in inflammation, pains and aching everywhere.
Skin.
It was
hair.
Yeah.
Nails. I mean, my nails grow so quick now.
Yeah.
My hair's growing quicker than what it used to, but my skin has just come up.
Yeah, as we said in the last podcast, eating food takes 80% of your body's energy, right? To just digest the food. Think about all the organs we have. We've got the liver, the small intestine, the large intestine, the stomach, the adrenals, everything else, all the kidneys and stuff that squeeze the water out, right? We've got everything in our guts, processes food, right? So it takes so long to get through and digest all those little things. And if you're not eating food, your body's going to be digesting everything else. And what's it going to do? All the shit stuff that's stored up in your body, it's going to fucking get rid of it. Now, let's go back, because I have 2 questions I want to ask you. Don't let me forget. So one of them is, what were the actual struggles you had to overcome, right? I want to dive into that. And then the second one was, oh my God, I almost forgot it. So your struggles to overcome, and then, how did you best prepare and get ready for the 72-hour fast? So they're the 2 questions I want to ask. We'll try not to forget them. So one, some of the struggles, talk about what happened, whether if it was work, struggling to eat, figuring it out, or if it even kind of was actually not too hard to do. But what were the initial struggles you had to overcome?
Well, I think building up with the 24-hour fasts really helps.
Yeah.
Because that gets you used to it. Without that, after doing so many of them, I don't think you could just pop straight into it.
Yeah.
But the 72-hour fasts, basically, when I was doing it, on a Monday night, it's okay, this is my last bit of food.
Supper.
This is my last bit of food. I'm gonna enjoy it. And then I start preparing myself mentally. It's all right, I've got 3 days, no food, no worries. I'm gonna get through it. you'd sleep that night, get up in the mornings, and then it's a routine. Got myself into a routine of hydrate in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, your 700 mils to a litre with your rice in it.
Rice.
Bit of salt.
With the Celtic salt.
Bit of lemon.
Yeah.
Get it into your guts.
Yeah. And you always just drink Celtic salt and lemon now, hey? You just don't even drink... Yeah. So you drink like normal water.
Normal water's boring.
Yeah.
But then I'd have me little short black coffee, and then that's it. Fill me waters up for the day, and that's it. I'm set and I'm prepared. But it is a battle.
Yeah. So when was it likely for it to get hard? When were the hardest parts of the 72-hour fast? Second day?
The first night, like, so Monday night, have your tea. Come Tuesday night when it's tea time.
Well, you don't have your tea. Oh, yeah, Tuesday night, that's right.
When you would have your tea time, it's just like, and you're sitting down, you're just catching up on a bit of news with the world of what's going on. Yeah. And then the ads start coming up on TV. Food ads. It's like, pass off. That was a struggle. Then you'd get through that. Once you're into bed, you'd sleep all right on your first night. Into your second day, you wake up, routine again. Get through my routine. I'd get through my day pretty well up until I get home.
Yeah.
Get home and it's like, food. All you're thinking about is food. Drink water. I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Because I can't handle it.
How'd you sleep?
Second night was a little bit, up and downish.
Okay.
It is, it.
You got to, well, when you're fasting, there's a bit of like cortisol and stress going through your body.
Yeah.
To keep you moving, to keep you going.
You'd sleep, you'd wake up. You'd sleep, you wake up. Mind you, you pee a lot throughout the night too.
Yeah.
I was getting up probably 3 times to have a pee.
You would go straight back to sleep pretty much though?
Yeah, it'd come in, a little bit of a toss and a turn, and then I'd go back to sleep.
Yeah.
So that got through that pretty well.
Yeah.
Last day, when you wake up on that last day, it's just like, yes, I'm eating tonight. Ooh, I'm eating tonight. And but so just routine again. In the morning, hydrate, black coffee, get your waters ready, go.
What would you say to yourself when it got really hard? How would you think?
I just try and block it out.
Okay.
Just go for me water. Just water and just guzzle it and put a real lot of water in.
Yeah.
And that would sort of settle it.
Yeah.
You know, just really, I can't fit any more in, but just put that little bit more in, and then that got you through.
Was there a moment that you had doing the 8 weeks in a row when you were like, fuck, this is hard. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this.
The more it went on, the easier it got. The more, it really did. The last one we did, was like, piece of cake.
Yeah.
I think I rang you and you said, how you going, Dad? And I thought,
you just didn't sound any different.
No.
Yeah.
No, just no problems at all.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. How'd you go going back to like not doing 3-day fasts?
It's a bit weird.
Yeah. You did it for so long.
It's like, Christmas Day after Christmas, I'm fasting.
Yeah.
Because the food you eat, and you feel bloated, you feel horrible, and it's like, even though your guts isn't out here, you still feel a little bit.
Yeah. I also recommend you, like this is a sincere recommendation, because you know how to do the 3-day fast, you're really good at them. Whenever you feel like doing one or you feel like your body needs it,
do it. Like, I will, because I know how good they are for you.
Yeah.
And I know what they do to you.
Yeah.
And then that day that you come out of them, and that day that you eat after it is just... wow. It really is wow. Yeah. No, it's amazing stuff. I recommend it. Every bloke, man, dude should be on it. It's really changed my life, as in it's opened my eyes like right up. I just feel so awake and so alert, and brain's just happening.
You just never want to go back, would you?
No, not at all.
Because there's this like a sort of crazy energy that now you have got with mood and happiness.
Yeah.
All the time.
And it is all the time.
How have you found? Do you reckon? How has fasting and doing all these crazy fasts impacted your relationship with food?
My relationship with food, the good foods, love them.
Yeah.
The bad foods,
so would you
don't even look at them.
Do you think that fasting has had a specific impact on you now choosing to eat healthier?
Yep.
And your resistance and resilience is way better at choosing healthier food than shitter food.
Yep, most definitely, because this thing talks to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's times there where, the other week we're out and, where were we? We were out somewhere and yeah, it was just shit food around everywhere, and it's just like, oh my God,
Yeah.
this is making me feel sick. Like, no shit, it's just like, it makes you feel, it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
And it's amazing too, because you notice people.
Okay.
The people that are overweight, and you watch what they eat, and you watch their body language, and it's like, oh, you need to fast.
Well,
so much
you'd
you
see
need
that
to
like
fast.
that they used to be
And
you.
it really stands out, and it's like, fuck, I was like that.
Yeah.
And they're very lethargic. Very lethargic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you ask them a questions, and yeah. Not bang!
Yeah.
It's like, fire a question at me now, and yeah, it amazes me. It's just like, bang, it just comes out. I think, where'd that come from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Because this is happy, that's happy.
Yeah.
Everything's happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is just absolutely crazy. All right. So how did you best get prepared for doing all the fasting?
How did I best get prepared? It was all mental, my
Yeah.
boy. It's just, yep, I'm locking this in because I want to do it.
Yeah.
My son has pushed me to this. I want to make him so proud of me
Yeah.
that I can do it.
Yeah.
Get a bit emotional, man.
It's all right. You're allowed to get emotional. That's fine.
I just wanted him to be so proud, and I wanted to be that ultimate healthy person.
Well, you've done it, so.
And there is
And I
no going
am,
back. They're
yeah.
like, people say, oh no, you'll go back to it. And it's like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I
No, well,
don't
once
think
you,
so.
like I said, I always say 100% commitment is a breeze and 99% commitment is a bitch.
Yeah.
So if you're 99% committed, then it's very likely that you're not going to stick to it. I, like myself, I try to do a fast every single week, 52 weeks of the year. Like
Yeah, bang, get it done.
24-hour fast is me. That gets me done for all my goals and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I find I am quite healthy. I don't have the guts and aches and pains and all those kind of things. So I
No,
don't
and
need
your
to do
head
anything more.
is so clear.
Yeah. So as well, I'm just going to try to ask this question. You've also done like my fasting program. You've gone through and watched like all of the videos in there after you've actually done all the fasting stuff. How did you go? Because I have educated you on quite a bit of it, but now that you've done the actual like
Yeah,
program,
we've educated as we've gone,
Yeah.
haven't we? Because
Yeah.
it was like, yeah, just do it, Dad. Or what
Yeah.
do we do? Let's just
for
roll
this,
with
it does this, it does this, it does this. Everything's
Yes.
not so.
Every time I had something going on during the fast, I'd ring Corey. What's going on?
Yeah. So what do you?
Da-da-da-da-da.
What did you think was like some of the big things out of the actual fasting program that you were like, oh, that was really cool.
All
that
of it.
makes sense.
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it. People watch it, not watch it. People get into the program, get it done. Corey explains the whole friggin' lot.
Yeah.
Step by step. After I watched it all up, I'm like, I wish you'd done that for me at the beginning.
So what did you think though about like how do you
But-
feel it goes, because you're the one that does all the 72-hour fasts. Human growth hormone peaks at its biggest on your third day, so you're gonna feel like just crazy charged.
You do,
on that.
you do.
And the autophagy also peaks on the third day. And autophagy, if you don't know, guys, is what like it's the only mechanism in your body which is like anti-aging. And basically, what it does is that is what clears out all of the shit. So if you have all these dead cells in your body, or zombie cells, or cells that don't work anymore and don't serve you, if they stay around for too long, they get really toxic, and that is just like it's super not good for your body. They're the things that can create cancer, damage your DNA. So if you do the fasting, your autophagy peaks on the third day, and it completely spikes by like 300% or some shit. That's what's going to clean everything out, and then when all of those cells are removed, that's when you start feeling like great. So when you I was just saying, what kind of things did you learn out of some of those?
On day 3, if you're going to fart, just be careful.
I meant from the fasting program.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Because, there's some horrible stuff that comes out of you.
Yeah.
But at the fasting program, like, you've nailed it.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is the goods.
So what would you say to someone? Let's say someone was on the edge or the fence, and this is not just a charge. I'm not like, yeah, go get it. Like, seriously, what would you say to someone who's on the fence about like starting fasting? They're a little bit nervous. They haven't done it before. They're scared that they're going to be hungry. They're scared about all these other things. What would you say from your point of view, not from my point of view or the fasting program's point of view? What would
It's
you
actually
say?
funny. For the last few days, I've been pushing because the program went out.
Yeah.
And I've had some people ask me,
Mm-hmm.
Kev, rah. And it's just like, just do it.
Yeah.
Um,
But what would you say? What if the fasting program didn't exist and someone was like, I want to start fasting. What can you recommend to me to make sure that
I would tell them, okay, yeah, right, you want to start the 24-hour fastings.
Yeah.
Okay, finish your tea, watch the clock. Okay, 6 o'clock you're having tea, 6 o'clock tomorrow night is when you're going to eat again.
Yeah.
Okay, in the morning.
Okay. Yeah.
This is my routine, this is what you need to do.
Yeah.
Which was you hydrate,
Yeah.
black coffee, get your waters ready and go. Yep. You're going to come around about 3 o'clock, your stomach is going to be growling and your head is telling you to eat.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, when that's happening, you just pour that water in and go and keep yourself busy.
Yeah.
Try and find something to do.
Okay. How would you convince someone, though, if they knew all of that stuff and they'll go, oh, I don't know, like, why should I?
And then I just tell them, well, look, this is where I've been.
Yeah.
This was me then.
Yeah.
This is me now.
Yeah.
Have a look at the photos.
Yeah.
Have a talk to Joe.
Yeah.
I've actually got a couple of mates.
Yeah.
Mr. Topham.
Yeah.
I'm going to get him shortly.
We've already got Uncle Wall.
I've got good old Wall.
Yeah.
He's doing it. He's doing fantastic, and
Yeah.
I reckon probably in a month's time I'll probably hit him with a 48-hour.
Oh yeah.
See how he
Proud of
goes,
that.
and
Good on
I'll
him.
be really at him to do it.
Yeah,
because,
you just do it with him as well. That
Yeah,
way he knows
I
what to
do it with him because all of my mates, I want them to feel the way I feel and
Yeah.
how good you feel.
But you should be feeling like that.
Yeah, you
That's
should
the
be.
thing.
You should be.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to take a little bit to get through,
Yeah.
as was you with me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So one of the things that we do have in the fasting program, what I do is I write out a schedule, which is for anyone to either do or modify themselves. But we go through and it's just 24-hour fast 1 week, have a week off, 24-hour fast next week, have a week off, and then start nailing a whole bunch of 24 hours, and then try a 36, and then have back to 24 hours, and try 48, and then back to 24 hours, and then end the fast trying to do a 3-day fast. Now that depends though, because I do go in there and talk. It's if you were like you, with all the aches and pains and the rest of it, you probably need to do the 3-day fast.
You do.
Give it a crack. But if you don't, and let's say if you're fit and healthy like me and you just want to really learn all of the things, and obviously all the education stuff in the program would probably be best for you to go and do those things.
Yeah.
But in saying it's no harm in actually doing a 3-day fast anyway, just to learn about yourself and understand the things. Because as Dad said, his resilience and resistance has just improved so much.
Yeah, you do. You listen to yourself. It's actually it is a lesson in your body. It is really it's amazing stuff. I just go on and on about it that it's amazing, and it is.
Yeah.
It's just I really wish I could click my fingers.
It's how hard is it to convince people to
And
get
all my mates would just start doing it with me.
It's so hard to
And then in a month's time, they're going, Kev, you're the fucking best. This is unreal.
Yeah, that's what I got from you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you listen out there, boys. Do it.
Yeah, well, I'll leave it at that. So that's it for this podcast. I just wanted to catch you guys up and let you know how Dad's going, and how he's never going back, and how he looks great and feels fantastic and has all the energy in the world.
I do.
And I'm super grateful for all of it. And yeah, it's a struggle for us as well when you talk to people, and it's one of the best things about fasting, especially for men, is that it's a weekly disciplined routine that helps you build momentum. Because once you commit 100% to it, you're doing it every single week, you get disciplined with it, and then you're doing it every week, and there's no going back. So even if you fuck everything else up, if you're still doing the fasting, you can be proud of yourself, and it's still one really healthy thing that you're doing for yourself that no one can take away from you, and that's the fucking best.
Exactly.
Well,
exactly. So all you blokes out there,
and
do
girls, it's really
and
important
girls,
if they're healthy,
do
for sure.
yourselves a favour. Honestly.
Yeah.
I can't stress
Yeah.
enough that you should be doing it.
Yeah. Well,
it is really for us, and
you're an example of that. We should all be trying it, giving it a bit. And even if you don't, if you're unsure about the stuff, you can always just try it and you don't have to stick to it.
Yeah.
But if you do really want to learn about all the stuff, obviously, get my program. Otherwise, there's so much free content out there. You've probably got enough just out of listening to me and Dad's podcast.
Exactly.
And just see how you go. It's one of the best things that I've ever done, and I'm so happy that you've done it. It's one of the best things I've ever done because you've done it. Yeah, and I'm super proud of you. All the love to you for doing that and just crushing it. Yeah.
I'm super proud of you, my boy. Putting it all together, pushing me into it, and guiding me through.
It's all right. Well, big love, everyone.
Big love.
We'll give him a big flex.
Yo!
See you in the next one, guys. Bye.
How do we do, dude?
Yeah, it's good, man.